Hey everybody, Cappy here. And Cappy is celebrating his 40th birthday over the course of 2 weeks. He's having a good time. And finally, I apologize to everybody. I know a lot of people sent me requests, but if you please forgive me for spending a little bit of time for me on my 40th birthday. We're going to get back to all of you. I never forget. And if I forget, you email me immediately and I will take care of you in case I happen to forget. But anyway, we have a video request. And as always, if you have a video request, you could go to assholeconsulting.com. And it doesn't have to be a video request. It could just be a regular old request for advice, or if you need guidance or wisdom and you need truth. You want to be lied to? Plenty of therapists and Oprah-like people in The View and all that other stuff that'll tell you pleasant lies. I will kick your ass and tell you the harsh, blunt truth. And we have a request. And George writes, what does George write? Does George write something? George does write something, inevitably. Hi, asshole. I'm 18 years old. Listen to this kid. I'm 18 years old and I started a business 4 months ago. I have full-time employee. 4 months, kid's got a full-time employee. Do you have a full-time employee? I don't have a full-time employee. And this kid is less than half my age. He's got a full-time employee. And I make pretty good money. $1,000 per week profit. So the kid is making $52,000 a year as an 18-year-old. I was working for fucking $6.90 an hour back in the 90s. There's lots of potential for this business to grow and also for me to start another business in the near future. I also have a place for college this September. I don't really want to go. The degree is international business, 4 years. Okay, that's a waste of time. Don't even fucking waste your time with a stupid fucking degree like that. My parents want me to go, but my passion is being an entrepreneur and running my business. My parents don't see the potential that I see in this business, and they want me to go to college for no real reason. What do I do? Keep making videos. They're great. Thanks, George. All right, Jorge. Your parents obviously love you, and they want you to do what's best. And look at your entrepreneurial venture as luck. I, however, and you told me what it was, is waterboarding, very cool stuff. What is the whole point of going to college? All right. Now, a lot of propaganda, trillions of dollars worth of propaganda over decades has been spent trying to convince everybody they have to go to college. So we spend $1 trillion a year on education. And we basically enrich a bunch of worthless professor pontificator types because they can't get jobs in the real world. It is probably the biggest welfare program out there. And it's doubly evil because not only do we make people waste their money, we make them waste their time sitting through bullshit classes that do not advance them one bit. And then we give lies about being well-rounded. And then also we sell the college experience. I had a great guy at my party, Jay, a sailor, a gentleman from Atlanta. He made a great point. They sell the college experience. We have got to get past the college experience. We have got to get past the propaganda, of which your parents have swallowed whole, obviously. And they are taking you, a young man who is infinitely ahead of his peer group. You make $52,000 a year as an 18-year-old, and it's your own job here. Dude, no fucking way. Your parents are dead fucking wrong. And this is not to disrespect your parents. They are misinformed. But misinformed doesn't mean they're not dead wrong. They are still dead fucking wrong. You do this, kid. This is amazing what you have pulled off. You're not in 1%. You're in the top 1% of 1%. You're having fun. You're making money. You're doing what you want to do. And the whole point of going to college is to make money. I don't care what they say, the propagandists and the college experience. No. In the end, when that bill comes due for $75,000 in student loans, it has to be a financial decision. You are simply being superiorly efficient with your time. You are doing what people wish they could do, not out of college, but usually it takes 10 to 15 to 20 years of wandering around in the desert to say, hey, the only true source of freedom is self-employment and entrepreneurship. You are decades ahead of me and every other guy out there. And while we envy your little fucking ass, I guarantee you, not just me, but many other people, we are so fucking proud of you to see what you're doing. Absolutely, dude. You do not need to go to college. Think about that statement. You don't have to go to college. You saved yourself 4 years and Lord knows how much time. So here's the deal. Look, you're not going to alienate your parents. You say, Mom, Dad, I'm doing my own thing, and I please hope that you respect and support me in that. And it's a total sales point. I can always go back to college. You always can. Let's say your waterboarding business, not like torture. I was saying, like, why do he tortures people? No, waterboard with the paddleboard. That's what he does. Let's say that dries up. Fine. Then go to college. But you are a fucking fool to give up $52,000 a year, being self-employed, as young as you are. Lord knows what else you're gonna do. I mean, good Lord, you're just on the frontier, man. I'm kind of flabbergasted, frankly, but don't give up this. This is the goal. This is what people slave away for 4 to 8 years of their lives to get $52,000 a year. And you're in a fun fucking field on top of it. So don't give it up. You have the American dream. You are, I don't even want to say lucky. I think you were very smart. And then maybe a little bit of luck in there too. You do not give this up. Not at all. You go and run your business. And then when that fails or it seems it's not feasible, it's not profitable anymore, then you go to college. But right now, dude, you're just being way more efficient, way more smart with your time and your money than anybody else I pretty much know. And yeah, do not go to college. And the hard part, though, is going to be addressing your parents. And dude, you got enough money. You have fuck you money. Not that you'd ever tell your parents, fuck you. You do have fuck you money. You don't need them. I mean, I've seen it. It's just wrong and horrible. These parents, especially the Middle Eastern and the Asian parents, they'll threaten ostracization and pulling funding from a child who doesn't want to go to school for what they tell them to. And a lot of people, and it's not just Asians and Middle Easterns, but a lot of American parents like, you better go to college or you don't. You don't need to go to college. So you have the fuck you money. Don't tell them to fuck off. That'd be impolite. But do your own thing. You don't need them. And if they ostracize you from the family, that's a whole other issue. And sadly, one that you're going to have to face, that you're not doing what they tell you. And the question is, do they love you and want you to be happy and do what you want? I mean, you're not collecting a fucking government check. That's obvious. Or do they want to control you? And sadly, I see a lot of that. And that's a harsh question. A lot of young people got to look in the mirror today and say, well, do my parents actually love me, or do they view me as a pawn and an asset to do their bidding? I hope your parents are much more loving and kind than that. And of course, you're going to make a more adroit diplomatic argument to them. But just go to your folks and say, look, I make more than the average household. You make way more than the median income. You're 18, you're doing what you want. Look, say, hey, look, I can always go to college. Please support me. Please love me. And just let me do my own thing. You're not going to move back home at 30. I mean, honest to God, you're so fucking far ahead of your peers. It's crazy. So, that's it. No, God almighty, no, do not go to college. Do not fucking go to college. You don't need it, kid. It's awesome. You don't need college. And you can always go back later if this happens to fall through. But we're all proud of you. That is a fucking story I love to tell and I like to share, and I hope everybody forwards in that, and because it's just, that's true Americanism, true old school Americanism, man. So, anyway, that's all we got. Best of luck to you, kid. Toodles.